Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be doing a book review and I am reviewing Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Lately this book has been getting so much hype from everyone on BookTube and Instagram and everywhere in the world, and it is totally worth it. It came out in February and so many people have read it already and they all love it, and I do too. This book was just amazing. It was one of the best books that I've read this year, and it's totally going to be on my top list for this year. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads only because I not really, but kind of got spoiled for the big plot twist, so it wasn't as shocking as it was supposed to be, but I still loved it so much. And so today I'm just gonna tell you why I loved it so much. So let's get started. The first 40 pages were kind of slow because of all the world building that was going on in this book, but it was needed because otherwise it would have been so confusing with all the reds and silvers and stuff like that. But even though it was kind of slow, it was still really beautiful writing. I love how Victoria Aveyard describes things like anything, and especially how she describes silvers and everything that they can do, like make things float and control water and fire and everything. I just really loved how she described them. So it did take me a while to get into this book, but after that it started going so fast-paced. It was beautiful, you guys. Amazing. And like I said, I love her writing throughout this book. She is really good at describing things like sights and people and stuff because you really do get the picture into your mind. And most of the time what she describes to you, especially like places like the Capitol or the Summer House, I believe it's called, for royalty, they are so beautiful. They are just amazingly stunning and I want to go there. I just was not able to put this book down after 40 pages. I mean, it was so fast-paced and so many things happened, but they were all so clear. Not like in some books, like 10 different things happen and you don't even know what is going on because it's just thrown out there. This book kind of talks about serious matters and themes like family problems and losses and racism, because I think personally that reds and silvers, how silvers think they're all better than reds, is kind of like a metaphor for racism. Like someone thinks they're better than another person that might look different on the outside, but is actually just as good as them in the inside, like Mare. She has a special power that only silvers are supposed to have, but she's a red and she has it. It's kind of like a metaphor, I think, and I really liked that aspect of this book. And this book is so full of plot twists. It's just mind-blowing. At the end, especially at the end, there are so many plot twists that you're just like caught off guard. You're like, what is going on here? And you just want to get to the next book because it ends on a big cliffhanger and you just need it, and it's gonna be painful, you guys. I don't know when the next book is coming out, but I just need it right now. Oh, and the betrayal in this book. There's so much betrayal. It's one of the biggest themes in this book also, together with racism. I think because it's just all full of people thinking they're on one side, but then they're on the other, and it's just so freaking... Oh, one thing I liked about this book, actually loved about this book, was the characters. Especially the main character, Mare Barrow. I love her so much. She's such a heroine because she has been through a lot in her life. She's really poor where she lives, and to get money to actually buy a little food, she has to steal from other people. Like, she just goes and steals everything that she can find, which I think is kind of touching because, I don't know, it really made me think about what could happen in the future if mankind continues to ruin everything. the situation that she was put in, where like her life and her routine every day just wasn't right. Someone shouldn't be forced to steal from other people in order to have some food. Like, that's not how it's supposed to be like. And it really touched me. It really made me think a lot. And also Mare, she's really not that special for her parents because she doesn't have a job, so she's gonna be sent to war. And her sister isn't because she has a job. But Mare can't find a job, so her parents are always comparing her to her sister and telling her how her sister is much better than her, and it just made me really sad because it shouldn't be that way. I don't know, this book made me think so much about a lot of stuff. Something I also really liked about Mare was how developed she was throughout this story, and I cannot wait to see how much she develops in the future books. I liked all of the other characters, at least how they were described, but I didn't like some of them at all. Cough cough Maven. But yeah, I mean, bad characters are supposed to be in books to make it all more interesting. So they're good. So yes, those were my thoughts on this book. I'm not gonna get into any spoilery parts because, I mean, I feel like a lot of people have talked about them already and I have nothing to add. I think I just feel the same way that they do about everything that happened into this book, and I just loved it. It was one of my favorites. I cannot wait to get into the sequel when it comes out, and I would recommend this to anyone who likes dystopian fantasy and the Hunger Games, because this book kind of reminded me of the Hunger Games in the general plot, kind of. When you get into this book, you'll know why. If you have read it, you will know why. But that didn't make any difference because I still loved it so much. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see all of you guys in my next videos in the future that shall be uploaded. So yes, goodbye.